good day and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Diary TV. Of course, I remain your host, divine favor, a welcome. Yes, today we're diving deep into one of the most thrilling stories in African football. Right now, Nigerians quest to secure a spot at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Yes, and today we're also unpacking a dramatic twist that could shake up the Super Eagles' journey to the global stage. Now picture this. The stakes are sky high, the passions is electric, and a single decision from Zimbabwe's football governing body might just be the lifeline Nigeria needs to keep their World Cup dream alive. Now the Super Eagles have been battling in Group C of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, facing fierce competition from South Africa, Benin, Rwanda, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe. But a recent move by Zimbabwe's Football Association has sent shockwaves through the group. Yes, and potentially reshaping the qualification race. In this video, we're breaking down what this decision means, how it could impact Nigerians' rival South Africa, where the Super Eagles stand, the way matches are ahead, and how this could ignite a fire in the heart of the team. So grab your jerseys, get comfortable, and let's soar into the story of hope. Let's kick things off with the bombshell that's got everyone talking. The Zimbabwe Football Association, or ZIFA, recently made a bold move to relocate their remaining home matches in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers from South Africa to Kigali, Rwanda. Why is this a big deal? Well, let me set the scene. Zimbabwe's national team, the Warriors, have been unable to host international matches at home because their stadiums don't meet FIFA standard. For years, they've played their home games in South Africa at venues like Orlando Stadium and Moses Mabhida Stadium. This was convenient for South Africa's Bafana Bafana, who share Group C with Zimbabwe. Playing in South Africa gave Bafana a psychological and logical edge, as they were essentially on familiar turf, with local fans and no travel fatigue. But now ZIFA has said enough is enough by removing their home games to Kigali, starting with their crucial Match Day 9 clash against South Africa on September 5, 2025. Zimbabwe is leveling the playing field. The decision, approved by the Confederation of African Football, means South Africa will have to travel to Rwanda to face the Warriors. No more home-like atmosphere, no more short trips across the border. Instead, Bafana Bafana will deal with a neutral venue, a different climate, and a Zimbabwe side boosted by the chance to play without the shadows of South Africa dominance. Nigerian coach Babatunde Taiwo, speaking to Legit.ng, praised their move, saying it allowed teams to compete without fear of favor. And for Nigeria, this could be a golden opportunity if Zimbabwe can pull off an upset against South Africa in Kigali. It could disrupt Bafana's lead and open the door for the Super Eagles to close the gap. But there's more to this story. Zimbabwe's president, Emerson Mnangagwa, has thrown in a massive $150,000 cash incentive for the Warriors if they beat Nigeria in their upcoming clash. This shows just how serious Zimbabwe is about making an impact in Group C, and it could fire up the Warriors to play with extra grit against all their opponents, including South Africa. Stay tuned, because this decision could be the spark that changes everything. Now let's shift our focus to South Africa. The current leaders of Group C, Bafana Bafana, have been sitting pretty at the top with 13 points from 6 matches. But this Zimbabwe decision, combined with another controversy, could throw a wrench in their World Cup plans. First, let's talk about the venue. The venue change, of course. South Africa has benefited from Zimbabwe playing their home games in their backyard. The familiarities, the fan support, and the lack of travel gave Bafana an edge. But now facing Zimbabwe in Kigali means a tougher challenge. The Warriors under German coach Mikel Nies are no pushovers. They've already shown they can hold their own, drawing 1-1 with Nigeria and 2-2 with Benin. A fired up Zimbabwe playing a neutral ground with nothing to lose could stun South Africa and cost them crucial points. But that's not the only headache for Bafana Bafana. There's a bigger storm brewing. South Africa is sweating over potential FIFA sanctions after fouling an illegible player, Teboho Mokena, in their 2-0 win against Lesotho. Mokena had picked up 2 yellow cards in earlier matches, which should have ruled him out of the Lesotho game. Lesotho Football Association has lodged a formal complaint with FIFA, and if South Africa is found guilty, they could face a 3-point deduction and have the match awarded to Lesotho as a 3-0 win. According to BBC Sport, this would slash South Africa's lead from 13 points to 10, bringing them within striking distance of Nigeria, who have 7 points. Now imagine this: a loss or draw against Zimbabwe in Kigali, combined with a point deduction, could see South Africa's lead evaporate. Suddenly, Group C becomes a dogfight with Nigeria, Rwanda, and Benin all smelling blood. For Bafana Bafana, this is a nightmare scenario. They've been cruising thanks to clinical performances from players like Lees, Foster, and Jaden Adams. But now their qualification hopes hang in the balance, and the pressure is on coach Hugo Bruce to navigate the chaos. For Nigeria, this is the kind of drama that could turn their World Cup dreams into reality. Let's break down the current standings of Group C to see where Nigeria stands and how the Zimbabwe decision could tilt the scales. As of April 2025, after 6 of the match days, here's how Group C looks. South Africa is on 20 points, Rwanda is on 8 points, Benin also on 8 points, Nigeria 7 points, Lesotho on 5 points, Zimbabwe also on 4 points. Now South Africa is in the driver's seat, but Nigeria's 4th place position is deceptive. The Super Eagles are just 1 point behind Rwanda and Benin, and 6 points adrift of South Africa. With 4 games left, there's everything to play for. The winners of each of CAF's 9 groups qualify automatically for the 2026 World Cup, while the 4 best runners-up enter a playoff for a chance at an inter-confederation eliminator. Nigeria's goal is clear: overtake South Africa for the top spot, or at the very least secure second place with enough points to make the playoff. The Zimbabwe decision could be a game changer if South Africa drops points in Kigali, say a draw, a loss, and FIFA clocks them 3 points for the Mokena fiasco. Their total could fall to 10 or even 9 points. Meanwhile, Nigeria has a golden opportunity to capitalize. The next qualifier on September 1, 2025 is a home game against Rwanda at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. A win here could push Nigeria to 10 points, potentially leapfrogging Rwanda and Benin, and if Zimbabwe beats South Africa 4 days later, Nigerians could be within a point or 2 of the top spot. But it's not just about South Africa slipping up. Nigeria needs to find consistency. Their campaign started poorly with only 3 points from the first 4 games, including a shocking 2-1 loss to Benin. However, new coach Eric Chiu has sparked a revival, leading the team to a 2-0 win over Rwanda in Kigali, with Victor Osimhen scoring twice. The 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe was a setback, with the last gasp equalizer from Tawanda Chirewa, stealing 2 points still with Osimhen in red-hot form and talent like Ademola Lookman and Alex Iwobi in the squad. Nigeria has the firepower to win their remaining games and reach a minimum of 19 points. That could be enough to top the group or secure a playoff spot. The Zimbabwe decision has cracked open the doors. Now it's up to the Super Eagles to burst through it. So what are the matches that will make or break Nigeria's World Cup hopes? Let's map out the road ahead and assess the Super Eagles' prospect. Nigeria has 4 qualifiers left and every point counts. Here's the schedule and what's at stake. Nigeria vs Rwanda, September 1, 2025, Uyo. This is a must-win game. Nigeria already beat Rwanda 2-0 away thanks to Osimhen's brilliance playing at home in Uyo with a passionate crowd. The Super Eagles should have the edge. Rwanda is a gritty side, but Nigeria's attacking depth with Osimhen, Lookman, and of course Samuel Chukwueze gives them a clear advantage. A victory here could push Nigeria to 10 points, potentially moving them into second place. Now South Africa versus Nigeria, of course, yes, this is the big one. That's the fight of the 5th of September 2025, South Africa. Yes, the clash with Bafana Bafana in South Africa could decide the group. Nigeria has a strong record against South Africa, including a 4-2 penalty shootout win in the 2023 AFCON semi-finals. However, Bafana's home form is formidable, and players and Leo Foster will test Nigeria's defenses. If South Africa loses points to Zimbabwe or FIFA earlier, Nigeria could go into his game level or just behind. A win could put the Super Eagles in pole position to top the group. Now, Nigeria versus Lesotho, October 2025 for you. Lesotho in 5th with 5 points has been a tough nut to crack, drawing with South Africa and Benin. But Nigeria playing at home should be favourites. The Super Eagles need to avoid complacency and capitalize on their superior quality. Their points here could also keep the momentum going. Now, Benin versus Nigeria, October 2025 away. The final order is a tricky away game against Benin and stunned Nigeria 2-1 earlier in the campaign. Benin's physical style and also makes this a potential banana skin. However, with Osimhen leading the line and chill tactical news, Nigeria could turn the tables. A win would cap a perfect run of 12 points from the last 4 games. Nigeria's prospects are promising but eye on execution. The Super Eagles have one of Africa's most talented squads with stars like Osimhen, who's banging in goals for Galatasaray, and Lukman, the reigning African Player of the Year. Coach Eric Chiu 4-4-2 diamond formation has brought stability through critics like Nigerian analyst Boja Media have questioned his, of course, in-game decisions such as keeping an attacking setup late against Zimbabwe. If Chiu can fine-tune his tactics and the team converts their chances, unlike the missed opportunities against Zimbabwe, Nigeria could finish with 19 points. That's likely enough to win Group C, especially if South Africa's stumbles. If they finish second, 19 points could put them in contention for the playoff. The road is tough, but the Super Eagles have the talent and hunger to soar. Finally, let's talk about the heart and soul of this campaign. The moral and confidence of the Super Eagles football is as much about belief as if it is about skill, and this Zimbabwe decision could be the shot in the arm Nigeria needs. The Super Eagles have had a Pedro Custer campaign. The early struggles with 3 draws and a loss dented confidence. Fans were frustrated and the pressure was mounting. But Eric Chiu's arrival changed the vibe. The 2-0 win over Rwanda showed what this team is capable of. Clinical finishing, solid defending, and a renewed sense of purpose. The draw against Zimbabwe was a gut push with Tawanda's Shirewa's 90th minute equalizer, silencing the Uyo crowd post. Unless capture the mood with at Africa Fact Zone. Nothing. Chill, emotion, reaction, and fans feeling the way of another missed opportunity. But here's where Zimbabwe's decision comes in. Knowing that South Africa now faces a tougher trip to Kigali, and with the potential point deduction looming, the Super Eagles have a reason to believe again. Players like Victor Osimhen, who's been carrying the team with his goals, and Captain William Ekong, who's been a rock at the back, will see this in his chance to seize control of Group C. The Nigerian Football Federation is rallying fans to pack the Uyo Stadium for the Rwanda's game, even offering free jerseys to the first 500 ticket buyers. That kind of support can lead the team to another level. For Chiu, this is a chance to prove this doubt is wrong. Despite criticism for overthinking against Zimbabwe, his passion and commitment are undeniable. He's urged his players to stay focused, saying, "We can do it," with stars like Alex Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi ready to step up, and the prospect of catching South Africa. The Super Eagles are poised to challenge opportunity into his surge of confidence. This World Cup is within reach, and this team is ready to fight for it. And there you have it, folks, the full story of Nigeria's 2026 World Cup quest and the Zimbabwe decision that could change everything, from Kigali's neutral turf to South Africa's potential sanctions. Group C is the battlefield, and the Super Eagles are right in the thick of it. With 4 games left, starting with Rwanda in September, Nigeria has a chance to write a new chapter in their footballing legacy. Will Victor Osimhen continue his scoring spree? Can Eric Chiu outsmart South Africa's Hugo Broos? And will the fans in Uyo be the 12th man the team needs? This is why we love football. The drama, the passion, the unpredictability. I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think Nigeria can overtake South Africa? Who is your key player for the Super Eagles, and what do you make of Zimbabwe's bold move? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the deep dive, and subscribe for more football content. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update on Nigeria's World Cup journeys. Until next time, keep soaring, Super Eagles fans, and let's dream of seeing Nigeria shine in the USA, Canada, and Mexico in 2026. I remain your humble host, Divine Favor Wago, and I'll catch you in the next video. And of course, we remain Diary TV.